Hey, welcome back to the garage, everyone. We're going to put the Ford BP9 to the test today. I discovered a little oil leak underneath my car in the parking deck at work. And I think it was simply oil accumulated on the lip of the valve cover. I popped the hood, that's where I saw it. But apparently a pool had probably dripped down onto the pavement. But we're gonna put this thing in the air and find out what the culprit is. So let's go. I'm always a little paranoid. I like to just make sure that all of our pads are in the right place there. Down on the safety locks now. So let's see what we can see. All right, we're down on the safety locks now. So we're gonna crawl up underneath this car. Oh no, wait a minute. We don't have to crawl. Let's walk. Yeah. By the way, if you're thinking about it, the answer is yes. Go ahead and buy yourself a lift. You will not regret it. So let's get our flashlight there and see what we can see here. All right, transmission. All right, let's go up here to the back of the motor. Oh man, look at that. Let's see, we got some oil on the steering gear. Right there, you see that drip there? I wonder if we're leaking power steering fluid. I think maybe, let's see what else we got here. All right, now, that's what I saw at the parking deck earlier. We've got a seepage on the back side of the engine at the, right up there at the back of the valve cover. That's an easy fix, so that's not life-threatening. Well, not that it's life-threatening, but I think that's what we have. Now, let's see. Also, that might be a leak on the back of the intake manifold, too. Well, I can't hold the light and the camera and point at the same time. You're just going to have to understand what I'm talking about. Just above that top bolt on the bell housing, there might be some oil seepage there. There might be, might have gotten blown around because of the valve cover leak. Thing to do would be just replace the valve cover gaskets and then just see if your leak goes away, and then, then tackle the intake if that's the case. Or I could get some of that ultraviolet leak stuff. But I tell you what, I got some seepage on this steering gear right here. Let me get my finger up there, see what we got here. Let's go over here to the bench and see what we have here. Let's see, that's power steering fluid, I think. I believe it is. It's hydraulic. That seems like hydraulic oil. Because, hydraulic oil is real bad about seeping into your skin, so one surefire way to know is, does it seep into your skin well? Oh yeah, it's hydraulic oil then. Like brake fluid, you know how brake fluid's real bad about seeping into your skin. There's not too many fluids that I'm leery of. One of them is brake fluid. You really don't want to get brake fluid on your hands. That stuff is nasty. I am thinking that whole steering gear is wet, so that's probably a power steering fluid leak. I'm going to need to check my fluid level. And you know how power steering is. It can burst a leak because it has, you know, there's another spot. Let me get another sample there. So, I don't think this is oil being, yeah, that's not engine oil. That's power steering fluid. Okay, so now on the other hand, this is oil, engine oil. But I know where that's coming from. It's coming from the rear main seal, which is right up there. Either that or the, oh, let's see, look at that. We got seepage all along the, can't even think today. We got seepage all along the oil pan. You know, which, you know, again, that's whoop-de-doo. That's not, it's a GM car. I mean, if it wasn't leaking, I'd think, well, man, this thing's got a problem. So, I know all you Ford guys are out there going, see, I told you so. And the GM guys are going like, yeah, whatever. So, that, you know, that oil pan, boy, that thing's leaking all the way around. I've been knowing that for a while, but here just shortly, not this weekend, but I'm going to pull that pan off. I'm going to straighten the, I'll be straightening the flange on the oil pan, and you know, you can just tap it out smooth, and you can put a straight edge on it to make sure it's straight, and put a new gasket on it, and then of course we'll paint it up Cadillac blue. It'll look nice when I'm done. So I'll make another video on that for sure. But this thing, you know, this is just an impromptu video, you know, just checking things out, because I saw that puddle of fluid there in the parking deck at work. The bottom side of my transmission here is nice and rust free. Right. But at least the engine oil drip is keeping it from getting any rustier. There you go. So, you know, I've got a little bit of work to do. Aha, we have found it. We have found it, my friends. There it is, right there. So this is leaking. The power steered fluid is leaking right here from the hose, and it is blowing back that way and blowing onto the, coincidentally blowing onto the power steering gear as if it were running home. That's extraordinary. Let's put our finger on that. Yeah, that's the same stuff, yeah. So we've got a hose leak right here. Let's see, is that the high pressure hose or the return? That doesn't really matter. Probably change them both out. Let's see. No, that's the high pressure hose because it's got a compression fitting on it, stupid. Yeah, the low pressure is up there, and it's just got a clamp on it, you know. So, and here's the low pressure one right here, and it's fine. So we're going to have to replace the high pressure power steering hose on our 71 Coupe Deville. Okay, no big deal. Old cars need maintenance. So we've got a high pressure power steering hose. We've got an oil pan gasket leak. And let's see what else we have here. The front of the pan is wet, but you know, that could be, we could have a front seal that needs to be replaced as well. We're going to take this thing one at a time, though. You know, when we're going to do this hose first in the probably in the next week or two, and then when I take that pan off. You know, if you're going to take the pan off, you might as well do both the front and the rear seals while you're at it. It's an old car, so that's what we'll do. And I think that'll fix a lot of our issues. So, all right. Hey, just a little impromptu video for the underside of my 1971 Coupe Deville. Thanks for watching.